Nobody is right all the time. Nobody can walk a straight line. Every one of us makes mistakes. Every one of us deviates. Nobody is right all the time. Nobody gets dealt the same hand. Whose life goes according to plan. No telling what the day will bring. No telling how the night will end. Nobody gets dealt the same hand. Show a little mercy up there on the high ground. Show a little mercy, you might be the next one down. Show a little mercy, join hands with the human race. You never know, someday you might need some saving grace. You might need some saving grace. So don't set yourself up for a fall. Don't think yourself high above all. Keep walking with the humble man. Keep walking till you understand. Don't set yourself up for a fall. Oh, show a little mercy up there on the high ground. Show a little mercy, you might be the next one down. Show a little mercy, join hands with the human race. You never know, someday you might need some saving grace. Show a little mercy up there on the high ground. Show a little mercy, you might be the next one down. Show a little mercy, join hands with the human race. You never know, someday you might need some saving grace. You might need some saving grace. Saving grace. You might need some. You might need some. You might need some saving grace. Need some saving grace. Show a little mercy. Show a little mercy. You might need some. You might. It amazes me how strong the power of love can be. Sometimes you just take my breath away. You watch my love grow like a child. Sometimes restless, sometimes wild. Sometimes you just take my breath away. To slip by, and it's too good to lose, too good to be there just to you. I'm gonna stand on the mountaintop and sing the news that you take my breath away. Your beauty's take my breath away. Yeah, and it's too good to slip by, and it's too good to lose, too good to be there, just to use. I'm gonna stand on the mountaintop and tell the news that you take my breath away. Sometimes it amazes me. Sometimes it amazes me. Sometimes it amazes me. Sometimes it amazes me. Swing, 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 swing. Just swing, 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 swing. Why don't you swing down, cherry, stop and let me ride? Swing down, cherry, stop and let me ride. Rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I've got a home on the other side. Swing, 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 well, see you went down in the middle of the field. He saw an angel working on a chariot wheel. He wasn't so particular about the chariot wheel. He just wanted to see how a chariot feels. Why don't you swing that chariot, stop and let me ride? Why don't you swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride? Rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I got a home on the other side. Swing, 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 swing. Well, as he went down and he got on board, the chariot went a bumping on right down the road. Now Zeke wasn't so particular about the bumping on the road. He just wanted to lay down his heavy load. Why don't you swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride? Well,
Okay, that's enough of that.
enough of that. Let's get going, shall we? Evening, everybody! It's 8 o'clock on a Sunday. Regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man, he's sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. He said, son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody. I hope you are, and you got us feeling all right. John at the bar, he's a friend of mine. He gets my drinks for free. And he's quick with a joke, or he'll line up your smoke. But there's some place that he'd rather be. Oh, he said, John, I believe this is killing me. As a smile ran away from his face. Oh, I know I could be a big movie star if I could get out of this place. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. I hope so. It's a pretty good crowd. Hope it is tonight.
Tonight's the night.
For a Sunday. And the manager, after 100 shows, ladies and gentlemen, here she is. Finally, she gives a smile. A genuine smile. Yeah, that's very hard to do. She gives me a smile. And it's taken all this time to work out. Because she knows that it's me.
Well...
They've been coming... Do you know I burped then? No, I did. I actually went... It was one of those
lovely.
Moments.
Lovely.
I had to do that in performance many times. I'm going, well, that's well, never heard that. I did.
How to spoil a beginning.
Because she knows that it's me, burp free. They've been coming to see burp free. To forget about life.
Yeah, that's true.
For a while. Oh, and the piano, it sounds like a carnival. And the microphone, it smells like a beer. And he's sitting in the bar and put bread in my jar. And I say, man, what are you doing here? La la la, la la la. La la la, la la la, la la la. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling all right. Song. We got it down as how sweet it is on this 40th anniversary to be loved by Sue. Someone's arms, there you were. I needed someone to understand my ups and downs, and there you were, with sweet love and devotion, deeply touching my emotion. I wanna stop. Thank you, baby. I wanna stop. Thank you, baby. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Sing it with me all over the country. Do it right now. Raise your hand. Get some exercise and go. How sweet it is to be loved by you.
Excellent singing. Well done.
I close my eyes at night, wondering where I'd be without you in my life. Everything I did was such a bore. Oh, and everywhere I went, it seemed I'd been there before. But you brighten up for me all of my days with a love so sweet in so many ways. I want to stop and thank you, baby. I want to stop and thank you, baby. Yeah, how sweet it is to be loved by you. Pick up your microphone, sing it with me, Sue. Come on, where's your microphone? One more time. How sweet it is. And how sweet it is to be loved by you. All right, a little solo.
Go on now.
Myself. For me, that's you, baby, and there ain't nobody else. I wanna stop and thank you, baby. I wanna stop and thank you, baby. Sing it with me now. How sweet it is to be loved by you. Loved by you. Oh, as sweet as sugar, babe. Oh, that's right. How sweet it is to be loved by you. You're the sweetest thing on my baby. Oh, yeah. Now, how sweet it is to be loved by you. All right, calm down, everybody. Right down. Because this is what I get paid for. The big money. Here it goes. How sweet it is to be loved by Sue.
Woohoo!
Oh yeah. That's bottom G below bottom
Aren't
G.
you grateful that my name's not Doris?
Yeah, it couldn't.
It wouldn't work, would it?
They wrote the song for that. How sweet it is to be named. There it was. Well, everybody, hello, welcome. That was a high energy beginning. I know that we just wanted something a bit different, the 100th show. And here we are, JV, live from the Steinway room. We've made it to 100. And what an incredible thing. I think we've got a message. Haven't we got a message? We've got a bit of a message coming up from the palace.
Oh,
there it is.
Look,
Could you read it for us, please, Sue?
It says, on your 100th birthday, all the family join with me in sending you a loving best wishes on this special day. Lilibet.
She's got the worst handwriting in the world, doesn't she?
Well, she writes a lot, doesn't she? That's lovely, isn't it? The Queen has sent us a 100th card.
Isn't that lovely?
Special.
What
Really
happened to the
special.
photograph and all that?
No, it's more
I suppose
personal.
it's
more
Lilibet, isn't
personal.
it? It's Lilibet.
Personal.
Bless her, Lizzie. I mean, she's got so much to think of. Well, yet here she is thinking about little old us. Well, so, goodness, it seems an age ago since we first started this.
It was an age ago.
How long ago was it? What exactly was the date?
Well, it was April the 5th. April the 5th was the first one.
April the 5th, 2020.
2020.
Good, and we're heading we're now heading to the autumn of 2022.
Yeah.
And we have no plans to stop. We'll talk about that later on in the show. But
no plans.
Oh my word! It seems we've been through one hell of a lot of stuff. And what's your impression on this day when you thought that?
Gratitude, I have to say, looking back and remembering, because it is good to look back and remember. Just remembering how. Well, you'll see it all in a minute, but how weak it all was at the beginning, but how important it was. And I was saying to someone just yesterday that the idea of having Jonathan at home with nothing to do during a lockdown was terrifying and horrible. So I was very, very keen to get him doing something. And so I thought I might record him doing a song or a story. And then we had the idea of doing a concert.
It must be said, and I think we're always honest about this, it did not start out as something that would look like this, that ended up helping so many people all across the world and across the country on a Sunday evening, that became friendship-based, that became relational rather than transactional, as I heard yesterday. Relational rather than transactional. We heard that during the funeral. I might talk about that a bit later on. But it's it was a wonderful thing where so many people, even today, have written about people who've now met people from the JV community all around the country, travelling to be with them. And it's a lovely thing that's happened. I just think we should look back on what happened.
If we must.
Can we just, Rachel, give it to us, will you? Remind us all.
That's enough.
Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight, where we're all in the mood for a melody. Well, you're on you, and you've got us feeling all right. When you're down and troubled, and you need some love and care, nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You got a friend. If the sky above you grows dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow, keep your head together now and call my name out loud. just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You got a friend, oh darling. You got a friend, my sweet darling. You got a friend, oh honey. You got a friend, oh darling.
Oh my, that's made me quite emotional actually, I have to
Yeah.
say. I think it has a number of you. What a journey, and thank you Tech Team as ever for putting that together. I mean, what fun. We asked a few of you for your memories. A few of you have already said on the chat that, like Chris Chivers, you said this was the first one, and who could have realised that we would still be here 100 shows later. Annette Slocum knew the same. You watched the first one, and even if you've been in hospital, you've watched, which I think is extraordinary, and I know that's the case for many of you, because
Rachel Eves, for example.
and Rachel Eves did as well. And I think, it's because we were mates, weren't we? We were friends, and we wanted to be with one another because we were in a scary world. I think, Pickles, you said that. The world was very scary, and suddenly these 2 hours on a Sunday night
Weren't.
became...
Well, even more scary. They took your minds.
Depends who you were. They were scary from some people's points of view, certainly mine. We asked you to write in with a few of your memories, so I'm just going to read out 2 or 3. Sarah Porteous, you said, hi, my favourite memory has to be when you, JV, kindly sung Amazing Grace in memory of my wonderful Gran Veira, a week after she passed away. Wonderful to know in my darkest and saddest of days, I was being cared about and Gran's memory was being kept alive. And I know a lot of you have found the dedications lovely and really wonderful to look forward to. Anna Melvin, bless you. You've seen all 100 shows, and I'm sure there are a few of you out there, but well done, Anna Melvin, for keeping with the programme. You've loved all of them, particularly remember that lovely pianist, Richard Lennox.
Bless him, he's coming back in.
Yeah,
He is.
totally inspiring.
Obviously.
I agree. Yeah. And Susan Partridge, there have been so many memories. The one that really stands out for me is that first show with Mark Edwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't it great seeing the joy, as you put it,
And
on
more about
JV
him.
and Mark's faces.
More about him later.
Playing together and the way they interact together. I know a lot of you really enjoyed that.
Helen Coleman, difficult to pick from the 99 shows. My first thoughts were from the first show ending with JV and Sue singing The Blessing over Us. Don't remember the show number, but JV's reaction to the first crowdfunding figures for the show, it was genuine. It had knocked him out for 6. It would have been interesting if you'd also had Sue's reaction. Another for consideration, anything from Christmas Day during lockdown. Oh yeah, remember that. This is more the fact that many of us were on our own and no prospect of seeing any family, the same as us. Little did we know the same thing would happen again the following year due to family testing positive.
Yeah, lots of us were in that situation,
Exactly,
weren't we?
we were with love. And Lorraine Todd, and see if you read one after this, when Jonathan mentioned he'd be speaking about Le Tour de France, as Beth has had me watching everyone now, it seems I do enjoy
Our
them.
dear friend Beth and Lorraine in Australia.
From the scenery, but the competitiveness, and especially with a little ancestry like the Danish stars, stirs the blood. I was surprised that we'd be hearing so much about sporting activity on JV Live. That made me laugh. Thank you for the variety of your shows. From Australia with love. That was from Lorraine Todd. Thank you, Lorraine. Lovely to hear from you.
Angela Raby wrote a lovely long one. I'm just going to pick out some highlights. She's been with us from the start. I may have missed a few recently. Been through a very difficult time in her life, but this really helped her. Been so many highlights. JV's Joy with Mark, a lovely lady who came and told us about the Weenie Mabassa girls. Yeah, lovely Lisa. Our general knowledge Zoom quiz. I think we need to do another one of those. That was fun. Sue Rinaldi evenings, Pam Rhodes. You mentioned my Streets of London debut. Thank you very much. Two standout moments. When we first saw the You've Got a Friend video, and we actually got to see one another, to see the people that we've become friends with. That's a lovely one. And do you remember really early on when JV was conducting us, the virtual choir, to sing all the parts of Swing, 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 Swing. Lovely. Thank you, Angela.
Thank you for those. We'll read a few more in a minute. A lovely song that I loved singing, JV Live in London. I recorded it on Travelling Songs, and we used it for the map, which we couldn't. I know Andy Hatvarney asked for this. Bless you, Andy, out there. We had you on the other week, and you were brilliant and loved your contribution. Couldn't fit that in the show, but I thought we'd just sing the song instead. Here we go. People, get ready. Fantastic. I love this one.
People, get ready. There's a train a-coming. You don't need no baggage. You just get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesel humming. You don't need no ticket. You just thank the Lord. People, get ready for the train to Jordan, picking up passengers from coast to coast. Faith is the key, open the doors and board 'em. There's room for all among the loved and lost.
That was close, wasn't it? It's like a hearing aid. Well,
There ain't no room for the hopeless sinner whose heart and mankind just to save his own soul. Have pity on them whose chances are thinner, 'cause there's no hiding place from the kingdom throne. Oh, people, get ready, train a-coming. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesel humming. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. Get ready for the train to Jordan, picking up passengers from coast to coast. Faith is the key, open the doors and board 'em. There's room for all among the loved and lost. People, get ready, there's a train a-coming. You don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesel hum. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. You don't need no ticket.
deliberate cough at the end there to ruin the moment, so we can't use it for any future recording. And me,
Oh, what a shame.
Deliberately went.
You did a little wobble.
Do you know when that was when I was young? I recorded that about 10 years ago now, and I could have. I can't do that.
You could go a lot higher, couldn't you, in those days?
Oh, I could go a lot higher. We listened to a recording, didn't we? And I kept looking at you all the way to Manchester, going, "How did I ever sing this?" I've gone a lot lower. But that song, I'm going to sing it for our dear friend in the community who's recently had surgery. She's such a great woman, Sylvia, and a great friend. Met her recently, and that one's for you. Any other dedications, Sue, that you can give
not
to
at
people?
the moment. I'm going to sort of flip them in
as you go. Okay, that was a great song, and I loved it. We did it. It was one of my favourite songs. It was one of my son Daniel's favourite songs when we used to perform it a lot on the on the group, and it was a lovely one. Anyway, now Sue, there are red roses.
There are red
behind
roses.
You.
Yes. Look
And
at
why
them.
might that
They're
be, Sue,
beautiful?
then?
Well, because 40 years ago today, we got married. And what can I say? It was 40 years ago today. Little did we know what the journey would be. And that's probably just as well. But I thought I was just marrying this slim young man with hair and everything else.
Have we got a picture of me when I was that age? No, you haven't, right?
No, okay, fine.
Not yet, no.
So yeah, we got married 40 years ago today, and we are thrilled that actually we can celebrate this with all of you lot.
Yeah,
and,
we thought, what better way?
What better
100th,
way?
40th together.
Yeah,
But
seems fitting.
It was a bit. There were some moments during that 40 years.
There
and the difficulty, nearly dying once, then twice.
Yes.
And that's
Stop
just
doing
me.
that, please.
Yeah,
Stop doing that.
You never did. The worst that ever happened to you fell down the stairs from top to bottom.
Yeah, that was pretty dramatic.
That
I
was
did.
dramatic.
I tripped at the top of the stairs and sort of flew past the entrance to the Steinway room, much to the shock of Nick and Jonathan, who were in the Steinway room at the time, and I landed on my back. But I got up and walked away from it. So no sense, no feeling.
So I just want to say it's a happy anniversary,
Happy
and all those
anniversary.
people that have sent anniversary
Yes,
cards
yes,
to us.
thank you.
and plants. Mark Borisov sent
Oh my
a
goodness,
lovely
we've got
rose. And
yeah,
people
can I just say
sending presents and gifts.
thank you for your thoughts, your gifts, your messages, your emails, your cards. You've just been wonderful. And Ruth, my lovely sister-in-law, when she wished me happy anniversary.
We didn't bring the mats, did we?
Oh, no, meant to bring those in.
No.
When Ruth wished us a happy anniversary this morning, she said, just enjoy all the love that's coming your way today. And actually, we do feel loved. We do feel very loved by you all. So thank you very much for
your messages
helping to celebrate with us. It's just very special, very special.
And we're gonna
I
just
love my roses. Thank you.
We're going to celebrate because we've been on a very big journey the last few weeks of, unfortunately, 3 funerals and a wedding.
Yes.
Which we're just, if nobody
Wrong
else
way
could,
round.
we don't want any more. So at the moment, and yesterday was a difficult one, a very difficult one of our dear friend Leslie and Leslie Sutton, who we mentioned, and many of you were sending your thoughts and prayers to, and those of you who don't pray, positive thoughts to Roger, who was and his family. We were up there in Trafford singing, and that was a difficult one. And so today is about a bit of a celebration, but it's also a celebration of being alive, isn't it? Really,
it is.
And because the next song I want to sing for Sue is a song for her.
Are you going to sing that one, or are you going to play your medley?
Oh, you wanted that, didn't you?
I said that I would like to challenge him to do a medley of the
what
hymns,
was it? Because you didn't tell me which one.
The hymns that we had for our wedding,
which I forgot.
40 years ago today. So I've looked them up.
And what are they?
So let's start off with "Great Is Thy Faithfulness."
Oh, right, okay. It's a great hymn. It's a great tune. Didn't we do? Wasn't it on premiere this morning?
It was on premiere this morning for us, which was very kind. and indeed he has been very faithful over these last 40 years. The next one is Be Thou My Vision.
Okay. How's it go? What's the other one?
The King of Love.
I'm rewriting the tune, and then I'm going. It's a new tune. I'm nothing like if I am his, and he is mine the King of love, my shepherd is, whose goodness faileth never. I'm nothing like if I am his, and he is mine forever. That's the new tune.
I have to tell you, folks, that is literally him just singing along to those chords. He has never sung it like that before, but that was really rather
I
beautiful.
like it. That's
Will
the
you be
new-
able to remember it?
No, but I can listen back to it now.
Yes,
can't
yeah,
I?
no, that was really lovely.
And
I like
that happened as a result of a mistake, because I went, it goes, the king, I thought the king of love. I just went up that way. But that's the new tune. There
Very
it goes.
nice, very nice. So
Okay.
thank you for that. Those
Thanks
were
for
our
that.
3 wedding hymns.
Well, that's a
So
lovely
thank you
memory
very
it was
much.
too.
Thank you.
Great stuff. Do you know what, Rachel? I think let's go to the next stuff. This for Sue, sung for her on the album Lockdown Sessions 1, when I didn't think I'd be alive, actually. And that was the truth. I thought I was a goner before the operation. So this was a song in the knowledge of that, really. Well, as it turned out, not.
You remember me when the west wind moves among the fields of barley. You'll forget the sun in his jealous sky as we walk in fields of gold. So she took her love for to gaze wide upon the fields of barley. In his arms she fell as her hair came down among the fields of gold. Will you stay with me? Will you be my love among the fields of barley? We'll forget the sun in his jealous skies as we lie in fields of gold. I never made promises like these. There have been some that I've broken, but I swear in the days still left we'll walk in fields of gold. We will walk in fields of I never made promises like these. There have been some that I've broken. Oh, but I swear in the days still left we'll walk in fields of gold. Yes, we'll walk in fields of gold. Many years have passed since those summer days among the fields of barley. See the children run as the sun goes down, as we walk in fields of gold. You remember me when the west wind moves on the fields of barley. You can tell the sun in his jealous sky when we walk in fields of gold. When we walk in fields of gold. When we walk in fields of My darling Sue, gosh, that was an
Thank
emotional
you. That
one.
was very emotional.
Let's
Thank
go.
you. Thank
Let's
you.
go to the next.
Hello from me, Pam Rhodes. Congratulations on 100 JV Lives. Great programme, but a great talent at the helm, really. Jonathan, your lovely voice, your musical skill, but also your compassion and your sensitivity to other people's problems, perhaps because you've allowed them to share what you've been through, you and Sue, with all that illness not so long ago. So I want to congratulate the two of you too on your 40th wedding anniversary. You are a great couple, and I'm very proud to be your friend. So I wish you every possible blessing, and here's to the next 1,000 programmes, because I'm sure you're lining them up. Bye.
Hi John and Sue, congratulations on 100 shows in the Steinway room. Can't believe how the time has flown by over the last 2 years, but wishing you all the best, lots of love, have fun over the next 100. Speak to you soon, bye.
Hi JV and Sue, just to say congratulations on the 100th show, and memories include arguing with JV endlessly about the nomination for the Make a Difference Award, and I did win in the end. And just to say a huge thank you for loads of friendship, loads of fun, loads of laughter, and loads of music.
Yeah, oh, and happy anniversary to you both.
And you've been married 10 times longer than we have.
Hehe.
JV live from Steinway Room started off as an oasis in lockdown, a break from the isolation. It brought us great music and chat and banter. So thank you, Jonathan. Thank you for the music. Thank you, Jonathan and Sue, for the love. Thank you to Rachel and the tech team for all the behind the scenes work. And thank you to everyone for the love and care you've shown to one another through the community that has grown out of the shows. Who would have thought 2.5 years ago that we would be marking 100 shows? So congratulations, Jonathan, and thank you.
Hello. Hello. So here we are in a rehearsal break in the beautiful church of Saint Corneille in Puy-Salcy. I'll try and show you a little bit. And we're having a break from rehearsals for Mozart's Requiem. So we're singing that tomorrow evening. Sina's soprano soloist and I'm in the choir. And we're having a good time with seeing some friends that we haven't seen for a while since we last did the concert here. We're here to help raise money to restore this beautiful church. We've been doing these concerts for about 12 years, I think, and quite a lot has been restored already, and it's a real pleasure to get together and to sing. So we can't be with you live on your special 100th show.
Yes.
Nor indeed your Ruby wedding anniversary, so congratulations, JV and Sue. But we're sending our message to you, and we will certainly be thinking and trying to reach those high notes.
They've got higher, I don't know why.
This is true. Anyway, we're thinking of you, and we'll watch you on Catch Up.
Bye!
And welcome to my Steinway room. We are honoured guests of Jonathan and Sue. But can I just say that what a tremendous time we've had over the last 99 shows, approaching the 100th. And look what they've done for everyone. 100 shows, friends all around the world, and there's been so many exciting evenings we've had on Sunday nights.
Thank you, Sue and Jonathan, for putting on these shows for us. It's been fantastic the way things have developed over these last 2 years, and for the friends that we've made from the community. Thank you so much.
Hello everybody, Ben from the tech team here. Show 100. How on earth have we got to 100? Who would have thought we'd have got to 100? Absolutely incredible journey, absolutely fantastic. I want to say thank you on behalf of the tech team to everybody who's come with us on this journey, and hopefully you are going to be sticking around for many shows to come. Thank you so much to Jonathan and Sue for inviting me on and being a guest as well, which has been absolutely fantastic, being able to talk about my passion of space with all of you guys, and hopefully I'll be able to do it again. So thank you very much from us, and see you all soon.
Hey, hello JV and all the JV community. Congratulations on 100 years. No, 100 shows, sorry. Right now I'm in Angers, and next week I'm about to go to Spring Harvest Holidays to lead worship, so I can't be with you on the show. But I just want to say huge love to JV and Sue. What you have done has been amazing, and you've shown such care and such support for the whole community. So what do we say? 100 more.
Great, that's lovely,
Very
isn't it?
special, I feel.
Fantastic.
Quite emotional,
And
actually.
that's lovely. I think it's just very emotional watching people. It's fantastic. I think we're going to just go straight to my Matt. I interviewed him
You did.
last week before, something like that. Let's go straight to that video of him now. Well, I'm here with my first son, my number one son, but you've got to be very careful how one says that.
Favourite son.
Favourite son, okay, favourite son then, okay. I'm here with my favourite son, Matthew, who was involved way back at the beginning and that of these shows, and of course now we've done 100 shows, and we're celebrating 100 shows of JV Life in the Steinway Room with Sue, and loads and loads of guests. And Matthew,
yes,
your recollections of when I got you. Well, you were the one who started talking about what you need to do. Remember that?
Well, I mean, obviously the main memory for me was the crowdfunding campaign, which I can't even remember when that was.
It's difficult to remember, isn't it?
It was pre-operation, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
So it was
about that year in. So we'd done.
Was it 2020 or was it? Yeah.
I think it was 2020.
We are sorry to interrupt your normal Sunday evening scheduled broadcast of JV live from the Steinway Room.
Oh! I said Nick as well. Right, hold on. Look, let's look at you up. There we go, guys. Well, hello, boys. Can you grab that microphone? Turn it on, will you? Nice, thank you. Flick it on. Well, hello, boys.
Hello.
I thought you were out filming. Oh, hello. There we are. Look, there we are. That one. That's the one. Hello.
Hello.
And that's
happy anniversary. Good to see you.
Let's see Sue. Let's see Sue as well. Come on, let's see the tears. Oh, there she is. There she is. And yes, she's all of a quiver.
There's a little thing from us, from the juniors.
Oh, look at that.
That's from everyone. That's all the sons.
All the sons.
And all the daughter-in-laws.
Well, hello, children. And how
Hello.
are you? You're right now, Nick. Could you just move slightly?
No, you can see.
Yes, there we go. Yes, because Mum's. Yeah, there you can stop. Just go to the.
Hello.
Hang on.
Now, boys.
Dad. Sorry.
It's good that you're in the.
Sorry, everyone.
He's in the industry.
We had a programme here.
we
We had
did,
it
didn't
all
we?
set out. Now time for this.
Right. So let's. Apparently, I'm to go over to you to go over to stand with you. Apparently,
wow.
This is it. This is the point. Right, here we are. Hello, boys.
Hello, Dad. Good to see you.
Thank you very much for making the effort.
It's been a lovely day. Thank you.
And I'm sorry. Now these guys just came from Ilfracombe. They were doing a gig in Ilfracombe, and I think they just got back. Didn't they? Did you go to sleep at all? No. Over that way. Okay. No, I just listen. I just wanted to talk to you, particularly Matt. I was going to do the interview, but actually Nick was involved in filming, involved in the whole project.
I didn't sing it.
We did the recollections. I just wanted to talk to you before you go home to bed. Was,
Yes.
Would you mind?
Stop that. Put the lights on.
Do you know this is why
Very
ADHD Nick, ADHD and Nick, as we call him, T as well. Is your recollections from the time when we went, because we're trying to remember when it all kind of went that way. I can't remember.
How much of the video that we recorded have you shown?
Nothing.
Just the beginning.
Nothing.
You said you remembered it.
Yeah.
Nick, would you just?
Well, how much did we do? Well, you were talking. You started the show. I mean, we've spoken in the past about you doing albums, independently, but it's a very expensive thing. And when was it? Yeah, we were sitting in the garden, so it must have been when things had opened up a tiny bit, when you could actually be outside and be around other people. So I think
must have been
then, and I think I saw an old uni friend of mine who was a worship leader had done a crowdfunding project to fund his album, and you were talking about, we've got all these songs people want to hear, and I said, well, why don't you crowdfund it? And at the beginning it wasn't, I think you probably laughed it off as this kind of that.
Well, I didn't know what it was about, to be honest. If it was ignorance.
Yeah, and then you kind of came back a week later, and you're like, well, could we do it with the amount of people you had watching and stuff like that? And you kind of went, yeah, let's do it.
And so actually, what for me it was about, we didn't expect. I mean, my expectation was that people wouldn't give that amount of money, because we had to raise about £13,000 to do the album. That was the budget that Mark had given us.
So I think that what we did when we were working out budgets and everything like that, we were trying to. We said it can't just be people giving money, because that's a lot of money for people to give when there's a lot of important things that could be given to. So we said, actually, it's more about, this wasn't you were wanting to release an album, it wasn't you trying to get income, it was actually you trying to produce a new product, getting you back in the studio, doing that. And the way that we worked that out was actually, why don't people just buy the album? It's just pre-sales, basically.
Yeah, buying the album up front.
Buy the album up front, and then and the great thing about the crowdfunding was that if we didn't reach the budget, then everyone
gets the money back.
Get the money back. The only way of people spending money is by buying the product.
Yeah, yeah.
So
it was pretty much low risk, wasn't it?
It was relative. I mean, it could have been embarrassing. We could have set this all up, and 10 people could have gone up. So it was your name was more on the line for that.
But you came in. I mean, I just sort of cut to the chase. But then we decided to appoint you the executive producer. We started then going around the thing about, how do we get the community involved? Yeah. And we sat outside. Do you remember? It was John Dick who suggested, while Mark was here doing one thing, as he suggested, getting.
Sit around here.
Okay, you go and sit down there then. Just walk straight in front of. You wouldn't believe he's in the industry, would you? But never mind. ADHD, you really have got it, haven't you? That's fantastic. That was a bit of Mozart there. So
I know where you're going. You were talking about the choir.
The choir, yeah.
Yeah, I remember you saying John. So well done, John.
John Dick.
John Dick.
Now. Mm-hmm. And to be fair, we even laughed about it.
Yeah,
in a way,
I said
at
no.
the beginning it was. The idea of it, we thought it's just going to be impossible. We thought it was a terrible idea.
Technically, it's difficult.
We were just trying to work out how we could get people involved, how we could upsell certain things.
Yes.
For example, not just buying one album. What do you get if you pledge a tiny bit more? So I think the choir did far better than we thought, and actually came out sounding way better than.
Magic of Neil Costello. Yeah. And but it was a
they all sang beautifully, actually.
They did. They sounded
beautifully.
fantastic. But of course, trying to get people together on a phone, on a thing. Now, could you just go over to Nick on this one?
What tune am I playing?
No, Nick, stop. Right, now stop. Could you just go over to Nick for a second? You need a microphone, don't you? Take this one.
I can shout if you want.
We will use this one. So just a question. When you had to edit, you had to collect all the videos together, didn't you?
Yes.
And
what flipping heck.
Now be nice now.
I love everyone and everything. But that was probably the worst thing I've ever done in my life. Because it took, and I'm not even kidding, about a month. No, I am kidding. That was silly. That was a long process.
But in the end, the product that you produced, were you happy with it?
No, yes, yeah. It was very good, and I think. What do I think?
Well, it was.
Wait, hang on. What project are we talking about? I've forgotten.
You've got a friend.
You've got a friend, of course. Yeah.
Nick,
sorry.
you are the worst.
Sorry, I've got very low attention span.
You have, haven't you? You've got a friend, and it just basically.
Yeah, it was good.
Well, it was partly the problem was getting everybody on the video. Quality was mixed. They did it some the wrong way round. Some was portraits. Some was. It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
So I think what was hard for you was the logistics of iPhone videos, different qualities, trying to bring that
100%.
together, and then the sound. Nick, what people don't realise is Nick had to spend a long time getting all the sound off your videos and sending them to Neil to then mix, which is, again, it was just a logistical nightmare.
Because you have to separate the audio to then send it for the mix, and then I couldn't really I couldn't do an actual edit until I had
Until
a
Neil had
mix
done
through.
it,
Exactly, yeah. So
it was a complicated thing.
Process.
So when people saw it, they were so thrilled with the result because they saw themselves, and and often, and getting something technical like that together was a nightmare.
yeah.
But you did such a great job, and a lot of it was just cut through with iPhone stuff that we did in the studio. Remember all that pictures?
Well, again, we in the studio we were just trying to do the vocals. I mean, I went down for some extra days for the recording, but it was, again, most of that time I seem to remember I was just trying to get production stuff done. So I was trying to work out how to make an album. The recording of the album wasn't the hard bit. It was getting it out there, wasn't it, Mum?
It was.
Do you remember sitting in my studio for
a
number of hours?
Yes,
just
doing all the...
Just trying to make sure we didn't get into trouble.
No,
more
that's
than
right.
anything.
That's right.
The legalities of it is hard work.
Yeah.
And can I ask, Mark, did you get into trouble?
Yeah, there's 5 suits.
5 lawsuits coming your way, but
what we did do, and I think it was quite interesting, was on the night when you both came in and you caused mayhem. Nick, I seem to remember it was you were in at the same time, weren't you? Or were you? Anyway, didn't we have some VT of this of the actual surprise? Go Rachel.
And we have raised 31%. We've raised 3,000. No, listen, it's more than that. It's £3,835.
Oh my word.
We have raised. Guys, you were brilliant. That's the first time I've seen you speechless. You've currently raised £7,440.
Sorry, say again.
You have raised 62% of the total.
Oh my goodness.
This is... We've raised 77% of the funds. We've raised £9,280. So £9,280. Guys, you are incredible.
Thank you.
Again, I've never seen him speechless. This is very special.
So do you remember that moment?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it before. We said what's quite funny about it was I was confident we could do it. Mum and I remember we were talking and texting, going, actually, all we need is this many people sign up to this many people. And then we go, but if they don't sign up for that and they don't sign up for this, then we just got to get this. And I mean, we were really trusting that also you were going to send it out on your mailing list. And we were going to probably have to spend around a month trying to get the money. And the fact that I seem to remember we were talking to the team afterwards as well via computer, because we'd finished the show and I think we were on a certain amount. It was close. And then we tipped over, and didn't we then start the show back up with a few people that were online saying, look, we've actually already hit the target in the first night. So yeah, it was and then we went on to raise the £30,684, which meant that these two guys were able to feature on two of the 3 albums. And the rest, as they say, is history. And we have the Christmas album, which is coming up again into its own, with them singing Little Donkey or whatever it was.
Can I just quickly jump in?
You can.
Mum, you look beautiful this evening.
Oh, thank you.
Look at you. Dad, it's good to see you've made an effort as well. But Mum, you are looking stunning tonight.
We've had a lovely day, thank you. Lots of gifts and lots of just lots of messages, actually. That was what was lovely, lots of messages.
It's been a nice thing to do.
Thank you for these beautiful flowers.
Guys,
thank you, darling. Thank
brilliant.
you.
Thank
well
you
done, guys.
Thank you for making it happen.
And here's a farewell song.
Okay. Let's go.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks. See you soon. Bye. Bye.
Oh, man.
I know your life on earth is trouble. Only you could know the pain. You weren't afraid to face the devil. You weren't no stranger to rain. So go rest high on that mountain. Son, your work on earth is done. Go to heaven shouting love for the Father and the Son. Oh, how we cried the day you left us. We gathered round your grave to grieve. Wish I could see the angels' faces when they hear your sweet voice sing. So go rest high on that mountain. Son, your work on earth is done. Go to heaven shouting love for the Father and the Son. Oh, how we cried the day you left us. We gathered round your grave to grieve. Wish I could see the angel faces when they hear your sweet voice sing. So chorus high on that mountain. That's you, Sue. Come on. Son, your work on earth is done. Go to heaven shout love for the Father and Son. Love for the Father and the Son.
This is for David and Pauline Barry. She requested it for her husband Dave, so there we are, that's for you. And also for Rodney Miller, who died on the 26th of August. We think of you, Hayley, and all the family grieving the loss of your lovely dad.
I'd also like to sing this for Slough.
Yes, they've just arrived, they've come in.
Well, that was
for you.
just for you. I often think of you guys. That's fantastic. Let's go to the next
Overcome.
thing. Thank you very
Overcome.
much. And off.
Oh my goodness, over 100 shows. Where has the time gone? It's been fantastic getting to know you all. It's absolutely brilliant that we have become family together, no matter whether we have faith or not, no matter what we believe. we have been brought together as the JV community, and I'm so thankful, I'm so grateful for our times together and for what has been built. Thank you all so very much. Love you.
Jonathan and Sue, Sally and I just want to congratulate you both on your 100th show. Wow, what an achievement in these difficult times. Thank you so much for your faithfulness and for providing such a safe place to weather the storm. May God bless your health and continue to lead you and guide you, strengthen you in the coming days. I found a verse in the Bible that says what I want to say, and it's from Philemon verse 7. Your love has given us great joy and encouragement because you, brother and sister, have refreshed the hearts of the saints. God bless you.
I want to share just a couple of verses from 1 Thessalonians chapter 1 from verse 2 that reminds me of the work that's been done over these 100 shows with JV and Sue and this whole community. And it says this: we always thank God for all of you and pray for you constantly. As we pray to our God and Father about you, we think of your faithful work, your loving deeds, and the enduring hope that you have because of our Lord Jesus Christ. It's amazing to see what God has done and is doing and will do as a result of what has happened over these 100 shows. The friendship, the connections, the inspiration. All because we have learned to love each other, have each other's backs, and cheer each other on with that enduring hope, with that faithful work and the loving deeds. God bless you.
Where's my CD? Where is my CD? The 100th anniversary show of Jonathan Veira Live. Who would have thought we would have made it to 100 shows? And it wouldn't be the same without my catchphrase, where is my CD? I love you all, and it's a great show. Keep watching and enjoy.
Hi Jonathan, and welcome back to your evening from the Steinway room. We have missed you, and of course this is a very, very special programme because it's your 100th one. I didn't realise you were that old. Seriously though, the programme, 100 programmes. You have made a lot of people very happy with those programmes, and I absolutely loved being your guest one week. Maybe you'll invite me back again at some point, you never know. Anyway, I wish you all the very best for this very, very special 100th programme. Lots of love to you and Sue. Take care, and God bless.
You have brought so much love and joy and laughter into our lounge each week. You have made us both feel such a part of a large, loving family, especially back in 2020 when I was in hospital and I'd listened to you and felt loved and cared for by such a wonderful family.
When I hear JV sing and play and laugh, then no matter how I feel, he makes me a happy day. And I just love those big eyes.
So from Judy
and Chris
and Johnny Owl,
thank you and God bless.
Hi there, this is Graham Kendrick, just saying hi and adding my congratulations to all the others for this amazing milestone of 100 editions of JV from the Steinway room. I know it's been a massive blessing to everyone who's been a part of this, whether you've come recently or been on the journey for a long, long time. But well done, JV and Sue, for giving and in the midst of your own struggles, carrying on giving out to others and bringing hope and encouragement. So well done, congratulations, hope to see you soon. Bye.
Oh wow! Thank you everyone that have contributed these. When we sort of first started talking about this show, we sort of felt we didn't want it to be about us, but about everyone within the community. And it's just great, isn't it, to see one another on the screen and so on. And there's something about relationships that's been so special. And I know that Sharon Wilson, you said your memory of Sundays was that there was an evening when Chris Steele was on the show via Zoom, and I decided straight away I wanted to meet Chris and Judy. And within weeks, they were in my home, and I was able to give them a guided tour of Southport. He is such an inspiration, as is Judy too. I mean, that wouldn't have happened if it hadn't been for these Sunday evenings. And it's that gives us incredible joy, that you're meeting one another and blessing one another and cheering one another along all the way. It's just fantastic. Linda Marshall, my memories are the early morning risers group. Yes, the songs, all the amazing guests with truly heartwarming stories and friendships made. Walking with people you may never meet. That's a lovely way of saying it. But have seen a few at the JV concert, sharing in their ups and downs. And of course, yours and Sue's journey of the new kidney. And we can't forget the manager. I won't be able to watch much of the show as I have to get up early for work. We understand that, Linda. It's fine. We understand that this will be something you'll watch later. And we're grateful for that. Evelyn, I love your short but sweet message, which was... Your memory was, surely Bohemian Rhapsody sung "All Murdered" by JV must be a highlight, and what a
and it was a highlight also for Sue Rinaldi, who helped with that top B flat. Rita Leyland, congratulations on taking your 100th show in the Steinway Room next time. My abiding memories of finding the show on Facebook for the very first time, especially this pandemic, having the privilege of tuning into the Easter and Christmas services, which were put together, and hearing the reflections of Reverend David Bracewell, one of our great friends, who was my vicar, actually our vicar as well. A great joy to me, as David's father, the Reverend Robert Bracewell, was the vicar of my church in St Helens many years ago, brought many happy men. Being able to pray for Jonathan Sue at the time of the transplant, and John Greenwood's "Where's My CD" post. So John, you've got that one, which were highly entertaining. God bless. John Greenwood on next week's milestone episode of a show. You need me to say my line, "Where is the CD?" Well, it's done. What a show and what a community. I love you and Sue more than you'll ever know. In addition to this, I've come to love the tech team too.
Yay!
Well, who couldn't?
Haven't we all?
Rachel, Ben and Claire. I'll never need to go to Spring Harvest again because you're on most Sunday nights. I love that. So proud of my friend. Rachel and P. Pry, one more and then you can get on Sue. Hi team. Our favourite shows were when Mark Edwards joined Sue and JV for the evening. It was an evening of great music, songs and sharing with Mark. He's such a talent and he and JV complement each other so well. Just sublime. Many thanks, every blessing. Sue.
Let's just have a few of the parish notices, as they become affectionately known. We are starting on Saturday next week. We start our mammoth autumn tour, and we're looking forward to it, but we would be grateful for a bit of support along the way for those of you who'd like to pray or give us some good positive thoughts. So on Saturday we start at Westcliff. The following Friday we're in Worthing, and we know that there are guys around there, so please buy tickets, come and see us down in Worthing. It would be lovely to see you. And then of course the last weekend in September we are at St Mark's Church in Barrow-in-Furness. So again, if you're up in the northwest, please come along. I can guarantee that we may not sound good, but the light show is going to be awesome because Rachel is on
biggest light show in the world. It's like Lumiere, or whatever it is.
Soleil Lumiere.
Soleil Lumiere.
Then in October, just quickly, we do Stratford-upon-Avon, or Shottery near Stratford-upon-Avon. Romsey, we're off with Gareth and Joy Hill. Be lovely to see people there. We're doing the CRE at Sandown Park on the Thursday of that week. So for those of you who go to the Christian Resources exhibition, come on the Thursday because that's when we will be there.
Doing concert and
on the 15th, we're going to be up in Stoke-on-Trent or Bucknell area. The 22nd will be in Wales. So those of you in Wales or anywhere in the southwest, please come and see us in Wales. It would be wonderful to support Roger Webb and Terry and Miriam, who are helping to put that on. And then last but not least, in October, we've got Plymouth with Carolyn Varco and team. Then we're off in November. We're in Dunstan in Lincolnshire. We're in Bourton-on-the-Water on the 19th. And we're in Portsmouth with JV and the band. So it'll be Mark and a few of the other favourites.
Phil, who played on all the guys who played on the Christmas album.
All the guys that played on the Christmas album. So that's going to be a fantastic Christmas show. Going to be awesome. Another good Christmas show will be December the 2nd. And there is actually one that's just gone in there, 13th of November. We will be up in Sheffield area. So we'll slip that in. That's Johnny Gilchrist's church.
Oh, right, okay.
So it's just that I haven't put it on the website yet. So as you can see, we are out and about. We are doing shows. We are going to be loving meeting you live, and Jonathan performing to you live, and for you to be there and just having a great time. What can I say? We've just love you joining in on the YouTube. On YouTube.
Yeah, don't call us that.
The YouTube, that's so old.
You know, Nick would take
I know,
the mick
he
out
would,
of you
he
for
would,
that.
but he does anyway. So go to YouTube, like by clicking on the blue thumb, click on subscribe, and then you will get a notification that actually we've put something out on YouTube. Now, my plan is for the autumn to be putting more little bits and pieces out. We're going to be doing JV live on location, trying his hand at various things, but watch this space for that. So just join YouTube and you will get all these extra bits and pieces that we're putting out.
Right.
One more thing. Let's move on to the next one, please, Rachel. If you wish to contact me, my email is sue@jonathanveira.com. So if you want to ask a question, if you want to remind me of something, if you want to find out about shows and how to put them on, or where a show might be near you, that's the email address you want to write, sue@jonathanveira.com. If you want to go to the website, which is jonathanveira.com, www.jonathanveira.com, you will see on the calendar page all the details of all the shows and how to buy the tickets. If the information isn't there, then it's because I haven't yet put it on there because the organisers haven't yet given it to me. So don't worry if you know you want to go to a date and you've not been able to see how to get a ticket, because as soon as I've got that information, it goes on there. So please don't worry about that. Right.
Just your reflection.
Yes.
Just a moment.
Rachel and Claire suggested that I might like to share my reflections of this journey, because it has been a very interesting one. I am not a technical person. I have done management and I have done communication skills. I've done presentations and that kind of thing. But technical, not so much my thing. I've done it backing tracks in the show. That was as far as I went. And so this whole thing at the beginning was a huge steep learning curve, because at the start, if you remember, we were very much in lockdown, so we had just ourselves, there was no one else here. So I was having to get on the phone to people and say to them, look, I think you do this kind of thing. Cousin James was one person I spoke to, and various other people who had done this kind of thing or were trying this kind of thing. So we knew that we wanted to try doing a concert, but we didn't quite know how. And so we were very grateful when Rachel contacted us and said, look, I can help you. And so she basically went through with Jonathan all the technical equipment that's in here, what we had available, and worked out what leads we had and which the gaps were. Then she would arrange for us to receive a package with the wires in that we needed, and Jonathan would be crawling around the floor and we would be putting it all together. So I was right out of my comfort zone, and I remember feeling incredibly pressured. I really wanted to do these shows. I just thought that they were such a fantastic idea for people to see Jonathan in their own front room and for us to welcome people into the Steinway room. But I really didn't enjoy the process of actually putting it all together. And I do remember one occasion when we were doing things with candles on the piano just to try and sort of lighten things up. And one of them went over the top, and we had wax on the carpet and wax on the piano, and I just burst into tears. And it was not like me to do that, but I think the pressure just got to me. Sort of, oh no, I've got to clean up the wax, and oh, I didn't mean to do that. So I have been so grateful that lovely Rachel, Claire and Ben have come alongside and have gone, it's okay. We've got this. We know how to help you. So there's Rachel up in Barrow-in-Furness. She's clicking away on the computer. She's sort of helping me run it all and so on. So it's been great to have their support and their help. And I know that we would not be at 100, and we certainly would not be with the kind of technical ability that we've got here, and the kind of, just everything that we do. Everything we do is just extraordinary because of them thinking about how they're going to do the slides, what they're going to put on screen. Oh yeah, we'll put a bit of music at the background, and this will work here and there and everywhere. So we know that it is a team, okay? It's not just Jonathan. It's not just Jonathan and I. It's Jonathan and I, Rachel, Claire and Ben. But the whole journey has been, it's not just us five, it's all of you. Yeah. We turn up, we do this because of you, because you are there. If you weren't there, then we could just pack up and go home. We would not bother. So you have all been so much part of this journey, not just the lockdown, but then the whole journey through. Would the kidney work? Would it not work? Could we have an operation? Oh, what a disappointment. We're not going to get the operation. Oh, we are going to get the operation. And you guys, you have been so faithful and so helpful. Many of you we know have prayed. Many of we know have just sat there and thought about us and supported us with those thoughts throughout. And so, again, we are so grateful, because that part of our journey would have been very different, I think, without everyone out there. So we are beyond grateful. I have to say that JV keeps us on our toes. That's the other thing I would like to say. And I know that my tech team would agree with me here, that Jonathan doesn't sit still, physically or mentally. He thinks ahead constantly. He is already thinking about shows up until Christmas, the Steinway shows up until Christmas and beyond. And he is constantly thinking what to introduce, what guests to include. Let's try this, let's try that. So just as we are all getting a little bit settled in, okay, I think this is the way that we will do it. So he comes up with another great idea, and we all have to run around and do it. And I love you for it, my darling, but actually it's jolly hard work sometimes. But I am, it's been a one wonderful journey, and here we are at 100 shows, and I couldn't be more proud, actually. Couldn't be more proud of you, or of the tech team, or of everyone else, that we've just grown to love our Sunday nights. We know that you have, and we know that it feels like Sunday nights with our friends. That's all I can say, that you all turn up, and we're just so very grateful.
And I think, I'm proud of you too, Sue, and I demand a lot. I expect a lot from everybody that works with me, and always have done professionally. And so actually that's difficult, because Sue is not in my business. But what I want is the best for people, and I want to keep you as an audience. And what we need, we get very bored very quickly as human beings.
Yeah.
And so Sue wants to
just one more thing, and I will stop here. That actually there were a few weeks when Rachel couldn't do it, and there was a choice. We could either stop or we could carry on, and it would mean that I would be back in the driving seat on the technical side. What a treat it was for Rachel to be helping me and to be supporting me, being a fantastic trainer. And when things went wrong, what was interesting was I didn't think, oh dear, I've let Jonathan down. I thought, oh, I've let Rachel down, because she's been so supportive and so helpful. So thank you, my love. You have been immense, and I know I could not have got through those weeks without you. So thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. The tech team that were involved, both Claire and Ben and all of you. We had last year the top 30 that they did for us while we were out.
We did. We were off having surgery, and they did a top 30. They did.
And not everybody got involved in selection, but enough got at the top 30. It's the number 30 in this top 30 was right there. She packed my bags last night, pre-flight.
You've not done it for ages, have you?
No, I haven't. Not since then. 0 hour, 9 a.m. I'm gonna be high, high as a kite by then. I miss the earth so much. I miss my wife. It's lonely out in space on such a timeless flight. Oh, and I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh, no, no, no. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man burning out of fuel out here alone. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Because Elton John was one of my favourite inspiring singer-songwriters on the piano. Before Billy Joel, and then him and Billy kind of took over. Way up in the top 3 or so was a song that became one of my all-time favourites and was featured a lot on Songs of Praise and on all Christian radio all across the world, in fact. A song by, what was her name? Dunn.
Jackie.
Jackie.
Judy.
Judy
Mackenzie
Dunn.
Dunn.
Judy Mackenzie Dunn. And she wrote this, and I recorded it as an album, and here it goes. And I'm going to do a little bit of a stand-up. Sue, if you can just get the camera.
Fine, I'll do that.
And we're going to do All That Matters.
Here's life in all its mystery, the beauty and the tragedy, the silence and the symphony, and everything between. And deep inside the heart of man, the need to know and understand. Are we a part of some great plan, or just a passing dream? Philosophers philosophize, but rarely look you in the eyes. And politics is compromise that rides the ebb and flow. And money talks and fashion screams to fill the space inside your dreams. If you want something to believe, I'll tell you what I know. Oh, my maker is my savior, my creator is also my friend, and to find him and his favor is all that matters in the end. Join me on this chorus. The spirit of the age decrees. We may not speak in certainties, but that's what Jesus is to me, the bedrock of my soul, a savior who can really save, a power strong than the grave, the greatest gift I'll ever have, the deepest joy I know. Oh, my maker is my savior, my creator. He's also my friend, and to find him and his favor is all that matters in the end. Oh, my maker is my savior, my creator is also my friend, and to find him and his favor is all that matters. He's all that matters. He's all that matters in the end. In the end.
I want to dedicate this to Roy Windsor. You are 64 tomorrow, I think. And Roy, this is another birthday that you might not have celebrated. We are very grateful to God that he's pulled you through yet again, in and out of hospital like mad, but looking forward to celebrating your 65th with you next year. So happy birthday for tomorrow, dear Roy.
And one I'd like to dedicate to, that same one, is to Oh, no. She's just gone for my head. Jane Webster.
Jane Webster.
Thank you, Jane Webster. Now, Jane Webster is a frequent listener to the programme, and we welcome her tonight, hopefully. And bless her cotton socks, but she's here. And Jane, you have gone through so much recently, operations on your eye, not been able to be in touch with people for so long. You've been and visited nearly you're doing a tour of hospitals, which is fantastic. But we know how much you've been through, and I just wanted to say that song is for you. My maker is my saviour, my creator is also my friend.
Have you taken your tablets, Mr. Veira?
There we go. Tablet time.
Here we go.
And my last song. Now, it's an interesting one, this one. This was the number one, voted number one, and I'm not surprised.
I'm not
surprised from the beginning because I didn't want to do this song.
No, I had to drag him kicking and screaming to do this one.
Did not want to do this song. And, right, those tablets will keep me alive. Thank you very much for reminding me. But we started and people would ask, would you do this? Now, I'd recorded Stars on the album It Is Well from when I was in Nashville. And people love that song, Start There, Out in the Yard. And I know that Rob Barron, who's watching tonight, he loved that song. And he loves Les Mis. And when people were writing in constantly asking. So she said, I said, well, it's for a tenor, I don't want to do it. And so she said, well, put it down a key. Just try it. Why don't you try it
You
one
can do
night?
that, not a problem. Just do it.
I said, no, I won't do it. I won't do it. And so I remember eventually her persuading me to do it. And it started out just in D major, which is quite a low key for the... And it started like this. Its life began like this. God on high, hear my prayer. In my need, you have always been there.
And Mark took it and made it sound just like this.
Easy on, he's afraid. Let him rest. Heaven him home. He's like the son I might have known. If God had granted me a son, the summers die one by one, how soon they fly. On and on, and I am old and will be gone. Bring him peace, bring him joy. He is young
It's a great song and people love. I'm so glad they enjoy it. Did you enjoy that, Susan Ann?
I did. It was beautiful. Is someone else coming in? Hello.
Oh my word. Hello, Tracy.
Oh, Tracy.
How are you? And this is our beautiful and wonderful neighbour, Tracy. This is coming in. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. Shall we?
Completely non-alcoholic. Thank you.
Look at that, a non-alcoholic.
Oh, bless you.
Oh, look, pour it. Come on, let's pour it. Let's open it and pour it. Look at that. So can I just introduce you? Now, this is our beautiful, and I mean beautiful. Look at that hair. This is locked. Is this not lockdown hair, Tracy?
Yeah, lockdown hair. Just like mine.
Now, Tracy has been our neighbour for 34 years.
34 years.
Wait for it. Oh, there it is, the sound. Happy anniversary, Sue.
Hang on a minute.
Can you see that? There we go. You on it?
Brilliant.
And together, now those of you who've read my books, particularly book 1, you'll remember we talked a lot about me and DIY and how Dave, who is Tracy's husband, is the long-suffering Dave, who's the plumber, electrician, general. In fact, they've done everything in this house pretty much.
They've rescued us on so many occasions. It's just not true.
Sue, you take that one.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy.
So much.
And thank you for being a lovely neighbour. Thank you for coming in. Well, we try our best. Thank you.
And can I just say
this was
that Tracy is the reason why Jonathan sings "Wonderful World, What a Wonderful World" because on that first night she stuck a note through the front door and asked for it.
Remember this one, Sue? Because I had never played it before. I was always on back. As the trees of green, red roses too, I see them bloom for me and for you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. But I sung that. You dropped a letter through the letterbox and you said, could you sing that? So I said, no, not really, but we'll give it a shot.
He said yes, and then he tried.
And that was why it was included in the album and why it's one of the most popular ones. Tracy, you're such a sweetheart for coming in.
Thank you for being part of this. Thank you so much.
It's such a beautiful thing.
That's just wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. See yourself out.
Shut the door and God bless.
Oh, bless her.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's delicious. Thank you.
Find this one.
Well, I have no idea where we are on this programme because they keep changing the rules.
I think, Sue, that's a little surprise for you.
It's a big surprise.
Did you like that?
That was
well,
just
I've spent, but between Rachel and I, we've been very, very
Cooking
bad, and we've got to go straight to Jerry.
It's 8 o'clock on a Sunday night. Does this sound a familiar song? Tonight we have reached the great milestone. We've been going for 100 shows long. Now don't set your stopwatches or place your bets as to how long this number will last. It's reached such long lengths since first it was sung, and has varied with every broadcast. How come the microphone smells like beer when just water's consumed on the show? Though their water is classed, whether it's in a glass or a jug or a vase, as we know. Well, JV is dressed as a one-man band, the harmonica strapped to his chins, with the sound of that humble wind instrument. We all know when that first song begins. Sue sits opposite him in the Steinway room and appears in a box on the screen. Like Pinocchio's conscience, she's taking no nonsense. It's the way that things always have been. And so JV sits in the Steinway room at the piano, which is of that make, singing songs, hymns and ballads of every kind, and 2 hours at least it will take. There are guests every week, some are household names and some perhaps not so well known, but they always get very good feedback, as audience comments have shown. It's shown JV that they're coming to see, but there'd be no JV without Sue, and there'd be no production at any time were it not for the great techie crew. There are 3 lockdown sessions albums, all crowdfunded by fans of the show. We've sung You Got a Friend and Come Let Us Adore. Our CD collections we have seen grow. Well, it's Sunday, September the 4th, my friends, and the year is 2022. And on Monday we shall all be finding out the name of our new PM, guess who? Well, today it's exactly the 40th year since JV and Susan's I Do. Happy Ruby anniversary to our very dear Veira's, and many more years to you. So sit back, enjoy for the 100th time JV and Sue live from the Steinway room. It's their very special day, but they are the gift. Folks, the toast is the bride and the groom. Oh la 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 dee da, la la dee dee da da dum. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you got us feeling alright.
Thank you, Jerry, our
Wow,
resident
Jerry,
poet
that
laureate.
was
What an effort that was.
awesome.
And thank you to
Awesome.
Rachel for putting it together because she was.
Yes.
Cheers. Cheers, Jerry. Thanks for that. And you sent us a beautiful poem that was too long to read tonight. We're running out of time. We're going to be late.
We'll put it
Now,
on Facebook.
listen, everybody, just stay tuned. We're going to run late. That doesn't matter. It's the 100th tonight.
We're having a party.
And it's non-alcoholic, so we
We're
don't
fine.
have to worry. Now, I'm just going to read out a couple of messages. This was from George Rogers, Reverend George Rogers. And George and Bonnie have been one of the most faithful couples. Have been watching this from almost the beginning. In fact, I think have reached, though, you bring so much entertainment fellowship about your entertaining repartee and humour, as well as your desire to highlight people and their work supporting others. I know you're not trying to be a pseudo-church, but you are connecting people in fellowship of faith or no faith and encouraging them to love and care for each other. That is precisely
Thank you,
it.
George.
That, George,
Thank
is
you.
what it's
That's
about.
very
Thank you for
special.
involving Bonnie and myself in your specials at Christmas and Easter. I want to particularly thank you, and this is very personal, for you singing for me I'll Walk With God from the Student Prince. It reminded me of watching the movie with my dad, and then when he died when I was 16 and standing next to his coffin.
Gosh, that's very
May you
young.
continue to have many more happy years of marriage, and may that you continue to serve our Lord by being his ambassadors. You entertain people and point them to Jesus. So that is just a beautiful thing. Could you read, Sue?
Yes, so Rachel and P, you loved the show with Mark coming on. You're quite right. Evening of great music, songs, and sharing with Mark, such a talent. And you're right, they complement one another so well. Helen Poole, my first live was watching Simeon Wood, a friend of over 30 years, being interviewed. I thought I would get used to this on a Sunday night, and I've never looked back. You enjoyed doing the reading on Easter Sunday, and the fact that the JV community have uplifted your partner Martin in prayer during his operation and recovery. We've been able to get to some concerts, and that's been brilliant. And you'll continue to support us, which is fantastic.
Chris and Alan Shivers, when we found JV and Sue on Facebook the very first week until now, they've been such a wonderful part of our lives. So many lovely memories. One particular comes the first time we saw Paul Field on the show. And Paul, I don't know whether you're watching tonight, but you don't know how many people you touched in that show. We both felt so moved by the words he shared and the songs that he sung, the story basically about how he wrote it. As JV knows, one song which never fails to move is God of the Moon and Stars. We were interested to see how Paul came to write it. Sharing in these evenings with JV and Sue has enriched our lives. Chloe Hill, hello, one of my memories of the Sunday shows were the 9th of August 2020, when earlier in the day I'd shared my faith story online with the church, from my church, and I remember telling Sue that it was something out of my comfort zone, but I managed to do it, and with confidence. That evening, JV Sue sang "Just a Closer Walk with Thee," which was written by
with Sue
Rinaldi and myself. Sue.
Yes, Kathy Robertson, you loved the interviews as well, with Bryn, Jeff, Pam and Mark. Lynn and John Penman, we do love you guys. Thank you so much. You've said in one word, it was everything to John and I. It was our church fellowship with others. It got us through COVID. It helped us get through very sad times of not managing to visit John's mum in the nursing home due to COVID restrictions, and then very sadly she passed away. But the highlight was you managed to come to Beath and Cowdenbeath North for the most amazing concert, and it's still being talked about.
We love being up there in Scotland.
Being up
Dorothy Fairhurst, I know. Remember Jonathan rang me on 18th of October 2020 on my 80th birthday. I was amazed and didn't even know at first how to answer, as it was on WhatsApp. I also mentioned my operation on 6th and Elaine's 20th anniversary of her death on the 10th. She was 35 and left 2-year-old Christian, who's now a strapping young man. God bless you. John Bown, Jonathan Veira, the Christmas session where you maintained audience figures just chatting about nothing for an hour.
We remember that, Rachel,
life.
don't we?
That is her whole life.
We remember that, where it all went very pear-shaped.
Oh, yeah.
And Rachel and I were
uplifting.
desperately trying to get things sorted, and we failed miserably for
So
quite a
last
while. Dorothy Lusmore, probably my standout moment, and one I have shared, was when you spoke after the killing of George Floyd and the development of spirituals being sung on all the black notes, not amongst the most cheerful perhaps, but the most impactful.
Those, you see. It's called the pentatonic
That's
scale.
right. And finally, the last one is Lynn and Jim Bird. In April 2020, many of us were feeling a bit lost, and having lost both my parents certainly put me in that category. I found JV live on a Sunday evening. It was a mixture of everything I needed: music, humour, interviews and interaction. This was new to me. Live chat and pretty silly at times. Really? But it grew relationships, and I looked forward each week so much that tears would flow in the closing songs. And then JV, Sue and the tech team started the community Facebook group, and we had the ability to spread our love and care all week with many prayer requests. Various sessions. I've enjoyed the choirs, reading a lesson in the carol services, Zoom prayer meeting, and then with my own diagnosis of advanced cancer, removal of some spine and a kidney and so on. But I want to thank you that I found support with friends who pray and send good wishes. We love you, Lynn, and we're walking this journey with you.
We do indeed. And I'm going to just say now, straight away, about Adrian Pinnock. We're just going to hear from him, but just to say that the YGAF, You've Got a Friend Trust, which has helped so many people since its inception. And we thank the trustees. We name them: Deborah Pepper, Colin Matthews, Jonathan Stevens, and Adrian Pinnock, who's the chairman. And they have worked tirelessly to help you, and are working tirelessly to help you as we speak.
Without money, without cost.
And so we are recommending you to keep supporting as we keep giving. A number of people even this week. And you can write to us if you feel that you can't write to it. You can come to us and we will go to Adrian. I don't get involved in the charity. It's not legal, so I can't do it, but I can make recommendations. That's it, and then they decide. But you don't have to fill out some kind of all your money is and where it's coming from. This is an arm around you, and in these very difficult times. Anyway, I just want to introduce you, Adrian. Here's a video from Adrian.
Congratulations, Jonathan and Sue, on the 100th show, and wow, what a journey. You've Got a Friend Trust has had and is still having an amazing journey, and one that was started out, if you remember, with a chance conversation that we both had, following the question of how can we put arms around the JV community and the friends of the community and help financially where there is a real need, and how can the incredible generosity of this community be best used. And You've Got a Friend Trust came out of that question, and with both of us having a solutioneering and let's do it attitude, YGAF was created. But I guess none of us would have thought that the trust would grow to where it is today. And although we did have thoughts of how life will change for us all in and coming out of the pandemic, we never imagined the other effects the economy would have on so many lives and will have. I'm so grateful to my fellow trustees, Deborah Pepper, Colin Matthews and Jonathan Stevens, whose prayer, support and care to the trust, along with their challenges to make sure we get it right, well, they're an incredible bunch, they really are. And the future challenges that we have as a trust, and maybe on future programs we can talk about this, is how we react to the new challenges of how life will be for so many over this coming winter months and the future years. And how we can understand what people can and can't do when they find themselves in short-term difficulties, and where YGAF can fit into this, but maybe more another time. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Sue, for the opportunity to be part of this wonderful, sometimes zany, but always humbling community.
Thank you for that, Adrian, and just thank you for the work that you do constantly. And I'm very grateful to your dear wife for putting up with all the work that you've been involved in as a result of this trust, and yet the work is great. Here's a word from my old friend, my old colleague, one of the very few colleagues I've ever kept up with in the opera world, and here he is, Richard Coxon. Here he is, Richard Coxon, and can I say, he's been a friend for 26 years, and literally I think only a very, very handful of people left in the world that I know in the opera business, and that we ever stuck to and maintained, isn't it true?
Yeah. I think that, I mean, the important thing is that when you meet people in the opera world, very often you meet them for people that you don't know, sometimes people that you do know, and you're being thrown into something maybe for 5-6 weeks rehearsal period, then you have maybe a 6-week performance period, and then you don't see them again. We had such great fun in Ireland, didn't we?
We did. And that was the first time, if I might just say, before we go on, this is the first time I met Richard singing Woman I Full of Tears, and one of the most, Lely's Id Amore by Donizetti, who's dead, you didn't even know he was ill, did you, people out there? But there you are, he is. I used to stand on the side of the stage, and I was playing the part of Dr. Dulcamara, we did big duets together, and the fascinating was I stood watching this boy, and he was only a young lad then, and I thought, this is the best I've ever heard it sung. And for me, you're one of the great voices, and you were mentioned in the great voices of the 20th century. Rich, you're here. We got this show, this 100th show, and I just thought you were here with us, and I just couldn't resist the temptation of getting you here and singing with me, playing and singing. And we thought Danny Boy was a good...
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of the most beautiful tunes, a very, very, very poignant tune, and we talk, and you're a personal friend, JB, so you know what this means to us as well.
Yeah.
And I've listened to your recording of Danny Boy, and the arrangement you've done, to be honest, is superb. So the honour's all mine. So I mean, your 100th? This is your 100th show? I can't believe it. I mean, I remember when you were first putting this show, the whole JV experience from day one.
Yeah, you did. You watched
it's
it.
It's incredible. It's incredible what you've done, and we talk. You talk about the charity and the amazing things that you've done. It's just incredible. So the honour's all mine.
The pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountain side. The summer's gone and all the roses falling. and I shall sleep in peace until you come to
Mr. Richard Coxon.
Thanks, JB.
God bless you.
Thanks, Richie. What a man he is. What a great singer. Lovely man. One of my great, great, great friends. And this one is for Gareth, who's been out at various officialdom things. And Gareth Hill, I know what you love is you love a little bit of Billy, don't you?
And happy birthday for Tuesday.
Yeah.
66 on Tuesday.
And it's about a baby grand. And it's about, really, it's my piano, my grand piano. Late at night, when it's dark and cold, I reach out for someone to hold. When I'm blue, I'm weary, she comes through. She's the only one who can. My baby grand is all I need. In my time, I've wandered everywhere around this world. She would always be there. Any day, any hour, all it takes is the power in my hand. My baby grand, well, it's been good to me. I've had friends, but they've slipped away. I've had fame, that's true. You know what? It didn't stay. And I've made fortunes. I've spent them fast enough. As for women, they usually don't last with just one man. Apart from this woman, of course. But baby grand is stand by me. They say no one's gonna play this on the radio. They said melancholy blues were dead and gone. Songs like these, played in minor keys, will keep those memories holding on. I've come far from the life I've strayed in, and I've got scars too many to count, I tell you, from
those dives I've played in. But now I'm home, Sue, I'll tell you this, and I'm weary, but in my bones, every dreary one night stand. But baby Grand came home with me. Ever since this gig began, my baby Grand's been good to me. Oh, to me. I always love playing that song, Baby Grand, and this Grand. Thank you, Judy Graydon, for the Grand that made this possible. And so we're rolling up. Now, I think, actually, what next? Well, I think the future, this is for me to say, for the future, let me just drink this and say, the future of the Steinway Room.
No.
Oh, no? What have we got next?
Got then the next lot of
wishes
of
course.
for people.
And I'll tell you about this after this little break.
Hi there, JV and Sue. Jeff Lucas here. Huge congratulations on 100 shows and also your 40th wedding anniversary. Or is it 100th wedding anniversary and 40 shows? Now that's not possible because Sue looks way too young for that. Hey, thank you for all that you've done in helping all of us to get through the horrendous times of the COVID crisis. I think your combination of authenticity, drawing people together in community online, the huge talent that you bring, it has been genuinely a lifeline to so many. Couple that with some fun and humor and banter as well, it really has been a winning combination. So massive congratulations, and again, thanks for all you've done, and greetings to everybody who is part of the JV community. God bless you.
So what can we say about JV and the Steinway Room, the early years? Well, it was clunky, but it was inclusive. It was caring, and it was experimental. It was new. There was a lot of pushing through, but a lot of faith that something good could come out of it. There was a lot of persevering with technical challenges, but it was reaching out into the unknown, and it brought encouragement. It brought yourselves, and your compassion created community. Now look what it's grown into. Well done. Here's to the next 100.
Hey, JV and Sue. How you doing? Greetings from the Dordogne. Well, your 100th show, isn't that amazing? I bet you couldn't have imagined this when you started this show during the first lockdown, and the amazing community that you would have built up and around the world, and even winning an award. It's been absolutely brilliant to come and join you a couple of times on the show. Always a great laugh to see you both and hang out anyway. But yeah, and then one time you let me talk about my daughters and restricted growth and the issues and the challenges they face, and it's been brilliant how you've just highlighted so many issues concerning people in the world today, and provide an opportunity for the community to hear somebody's life experience or listen to someone who's an expert in a particular field. It's fantastic, really great, and also obviously the music, always lovely to make music with you, always an education to make music with you, and lovely to get the feedback as the show's going on. That's really nice that you get that direct comment from people listening in and encouragement, and so yeah, it's just a fantastic thing that you've done and helped so many people, and given to so many people as well during these sort of couple of years. So well done, and I hope you have a great night tonight, and lots of love to you both. You're very special people.
Well, good evening and congratulations on 100 Jonathan Veira shows. I was absolutely delighted when my dear friends Jonathan and Sue asked me to come on the show and talk about the Winnie Mabaso Foundation, a charity that I'm running in South Africa. And I was overwhelmed by the support that you wonderful people gave us, particularly throughout the pandemic, by raising money and donating to enable us to buy food parcels for the underprivileged people that we serve. And since then, a lot of you I know are following me on social media, are sponsoring the girls at the orphanage, and are just being super kind and supporting me on this journey. So congratulations, Sue and Jonathan. I'm sending you both so much love. You are an inspiration to us all, and I love you very, very much. Hope to see you soon. Mabaso love. Bye.
Congratulations on the 100th show, and many grateful thanks to JV and Sue for your vision that started the whole idea. I've watched the show nearly every evening except for a couple until word got around. Search the Midwife is now relegated to the recorder. The community is wonderful. Laughter and banter on a Sunday evening, jokes to cheer you up midweek, but most importantly, prayer requests from those in need. The tech team have tirelessly spent hours ensuring that the shows go ahead. We all look forward to Sunday evenings. How about some of us writing to the new occupant of number 10, recommending that both JV and Sue receive a gong?
Well, let me
Michael,
respond
that was
immediately
lovely.
to Michael Cooper. The answer is I do want to go to the palace. All right, I don't care if Sue comes with me. I'm coming. I'm going with my award. Here we go, and we'll be off to that award ceremony in Sussex at the
end of October.
Whatever the Thingy Found Forest
Hotel,
to go and present, I think, the award to the next recipient for the 2022 award, and so that's lovely. Now. The award to
What
Cam.
next?
Yes, here it is. There it is. Look, there it is. Just so you can all see it. All right, there it is. Or that one.
That's better.
There we go. And that's the award, and the Music and Arts Award. We got 2020 winners for our services to the community, which was fantastic. And all of you, I always said it was sponsored mainly by Louise Day.
Yes, it was
Louise
her idea.
And Peter put forward, and we won it, which was fantastic.
I think that's sort of the mark of it, actually, that a lot of what's happened here has been because
led.
of other people have had ideas. So, for example, the JV community, which happens on Facebook, I'm pretty certain that Angela Raby came up with the idea and said, is there any way that we could be talking to each other during the week?
And now there are
within
190
seconds,
members.
Claire had sort of set something up, and that was it. So
if you're not a member, become a member. We approve. All you got to do is try and join, and then they'll ask you a couple of questions. Will you abide by the rules of the? That's it, and you approve it. Some of it I've approved without them, but I'd rather you answer the questions so you agree to the rules of the membership. But there are some outstanding ones, and I'd rather people didn't recommend thousands of their friends
it's very
who
hard to
don't
go
want to
through them
join.
all.
We like people to join because they want to join. And it makes it real.
It's a fantastic thing, and people so enjoy being part of it. So it's
Exactly.
on there on the screen. Go to that site, and then just say you want to join us, and
we will
answer the
approve it.
questions,
And
please.
we'll answer the questions.
Indeed.
All right, now just a quick one about the future. What is the future?
What next?
You know, I say to what next for JV in the Steinway Room. You know, it's 101. We will all be on next week with award-winning author Chris Wynn. Fantastic. What I didn't know about. And this one is, I started reading what I didn't know about the Thames, and it's fascinating. I mean, I'm absolutely glued to the book, and other people we've sent it, and to what he didn't know about.
This is going to be really interesting. And he was just someone that we met over dinner. And the more we talked to him, the more we thought, the community would like this.
So just an author. I have no idea what his position on faith is. I don't actually care about that at the moment, because what I want to see is him just coming and talking to us and chatting about something completely different.
Yeah.
But that's the flavour of this show. It's a group for, as people have said, of faith and no faith, drawing people into a group to fellowship together, to be together, which is a great thing. People who wouldn't normally rub together in company, but here we are all together.
Yeah.
And for me, the future is simply this in a sentence. I think it's as it takes us. I've planned a whole autumn of events so far, and we've agreed to the ones that we can do. There might be the occasional ones that we've got on here to be confirmed where we have to drop out because we're not feeling well, or because it's not happening, or just we're just too tired because we're travelling. We're doing 14 shows out on the road
So that's
this
every
autumn.
weekend.
That's every weekend we're doing a show. Now everybody say, "Oh, be careful, JV," and we will be careful. But one of the things is that it energises us to do this show. But can we just talk us through the graphics? Thanks, Rachel once again has created this for us.
To you guys to know when we are likely to be on, because I know that people worry about missing us. So in September we're going to manage the 11th, which is next weekend, and the following weekend. So we'll have Christopher Wynne with us, who is this best-selling author. Be interesting to talk to him, and then at the following weekend we'll probably just be the two of us having a bit of music and a bit of chat. Then going into October, on the 9th we've got the lovely Sue Rinaldi coming back in and being another extraordinary guest with us. The 16th to be decided. We don't know who our guest is going to be that week, but we will hopefully be around. We are likely to be around. It's just who we might invite. Bryn is very happy to come back in again. So the lovely Bryn Howarth, guitarist, singer-songwriter.
Extraordinaire.
True gent. He's going to come in. Lovely, gentle Bryn on the 30th of October.
Genius Bryn.
Yes. In November, we're going to try and do one on the 6th. And then we will do the 20th of November. We've got both Mr. and Mrs. Legg coming in. So Steve Legg and his lovely wife, Becca. Steve is the magician, Christian entertainer, and Becca is the CEO of the charity Restored. So they will be an interesting couple to have in the room with us. The last one in November is the 27th, when we've got Ian Hamilton, who's a good friend of ours. He was former CEO of Compassion UK, and he's a canny Scotsman. And it'll be great talking to him about...
Because he was a record man as well.
He was. So
he ran word music.
A lot of interesting... lots of interesting chat with Ian. He's always an interesting man to talk to. Then in December, you'll all be delighted to know that the lovely Mark is going to come in on the 4th of December. And, what a great time they're going to have.
We are.
It's going to be a fantastic thing. And then hopefully on the 11th, we will do a Christmas one.
TBD.
TBD. So that's it, guys. Sort of 2 or 3 a month, we hope. If we can't do it, then we will let you know, and it will only be because we just feel that we're not well enough.
And finally, just to say, and about that, it will be pinned on the notice board constantly for you to see, so you can go back and refer to it. Yeah. And Rachel is doing all of this work for us, and we just need you to know that Rachel is not paid to do this. This is not her paid job.
We would love to pay Rachel to do it.
We do not get paid to do this. This we are doing for your service in your community, in this community, okay? So that you know that actually we pay Claire to do some advertising work for us for the shows. All those posters are there. But often Rachel does this at no pay at all. Every now and again, we give her a gift to say thank you, but that is all we do. She's not receiving any money for this. And so, actually, we thank her even greater.
I know that she does it because she loves us.
She
so
loves
we love
us
her
and
too.
we love her too.
And then occasionally we give her a holiday.
That's it.
Down here with us.
So, and I just want to say that what's the future? The future is... from the words, take me to the alley, take me to the afflicted ones, take me to the lonely ones who somehow lost their way. Does that apply to you? Tell them, let them hear me say, I am your friend, all right? Come eat at my table. Rest here in my garden, and here you will find a pardon. A song that I've adopted and I will sing in the next few weeks for you. But that's the reason why we're doing this. To become community for you and to extend this, not to stop it, not for people to drop off, but as we go through the autumn, we'll collect numbers again. As the people aren't going out, as you haven't got parties to go to, then you'll come and join us. Let's just watch the last group of people that have contributed fantastically to tonight.
Last but not least.
Here we go.
Not least.
Well done for reaching
100 shows. Old Man River, that old man river.
You remember me when the west wind blew
over the rainbow. The Lord bless you and keep you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Swing, swing, why don't you swing?
Jonathan, recognise that? Nothing like a bit of Gershwin, is there? We got through some repertoire that night, and thanks so much for inviting me on the programme. It was just so fantastic to have that opportunity to play and talk for that length of time about music, issues, how all those interconnect, and for being such a great support. And I just love the opportunity to work together, and hopefully we'll have that again soon. So congratulations on the show. It's absolutely fantastic, and long may it continue.
Hi JV, Paul Field here. Just calling to congratulate you on your 100th birthday. Oh, no, sorry, that was last year. It's congratulations on your 100th live Steinway Room show. Amazing how you and Sue and the tech team have kept it all going faithfully through lockdown and beyond, and through all the health issues you've endured, to say nothing of the technical challenges of live streaming from home. Believe me, I know what they are, I've tried. The community you've built up is a beautiful thing, and you have been an amazing source of comfort, encouragement and support to so many people. Thanks for sharing your amazing talent, irrepressible personality, sense of humour, even including the corny jokes, and friendship. Much love to you and Sue, and many thanks to the team that put it all together every week. God bless and go peaceful.
I think for both of us, the memories of every Sunday evening really do go back to the very first one, because as everybody knows, I'm sure, we were both in hospital, and it was the support, the love, the prayers of so many people who didn't know us from Adam, who just encouraged us so much and really made that terrible time something that turned into an incredible blessing as well. It was special for you as well, wasn't it, Di? Being in hospital, but knowing that there were people out there that were praying for us.
Yes, I managed to tune in a couple of times when I was in hospital. It really lifted my spirit.
Yeah, and I remember Jonathan sent me a video of him singing "I Want Jesus to Walk with Me," and that was such a huge blessing, because it really, summarized how I felt right at that time in what was a very difficult time, just saying I want Jesus to walk with me. And it was a really special song. It always will be to us, but you guys, you're just so special to us, and we've made so many friends through the JV community, and we love you all. God bless you.
Hello JV and your lovely community. Last year you helped us, that's Projects Delivering Hope, because we were raising money to help buy seeds for the people of Kajo-Keji in South Sudan. And I'm delighted that this week we have the Bishop of Kajo-Keji, Emmanuel, with us, and he'd like to say thank you personally.
Thank you, Jeff. I'm Bishop Emmanuel Muria of the Diocese of Kajo-Keji. We are so happy and delighted also to receive the donations which you have given to Project Delivering Hope, and we receive it and people enjoy it because we bought the seeds and they have them, and the yield was very good, and we need to replicate them again. Tinate Timun Borojido.
Tinate Parik, that is his language for thank you very much.
Yeah,
good night.
Bye-bye.
Hi everyone, Stuart McCready here. 100 shows. Who'd have thought where a mobile phone, a piano, a guy with a half-decent voice, an incredible manager with a superb kidney, where did anybody think that would lead? Thanks Jonathan and Sue for being faithful to the call. Not just these Sunday nights, but the community as well. It's been a real answer to prayer to so many. But with the hope it's given people, the encouragement, the incredibly bad jokes that John Bourne keeps putting online. But it has been a real blessing, and it's a joy to be part of it. And we look forward to where it leads to. Bless you all, and hopefully see you all sometime soon. Take care. Bye.
Well, half an hour later than usual, but what a show we've had. And we extend incredible thanks to Rachel for putting this together. We've worked tirelessly together over this time, contacting you lot to try and get your fantastic contributions written or in video. And tonight you'll be delighted to hear that tonight for the first Sue feels able to sing, and her throat is feeling slightly better.
Slightly better.
And she's going to join us tonight for this 100th time, singing the song that she made famous on Spotify. On her first and last recording with me. And it's called Go Peaceful. You've been a lovely audience tonight. We hope you've enjoyed it
tonight, guys.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being the JV community.
Thank you for all that you've done. Thank you for all that you've said. The words that you sent in. It's all been part of the show. Thank you.
Forgive us if we've forgotten to thank you personally, but here we go. Go peaceful in gentleness through the violence of these days. Give freely, show tenderness in all your ways.
Through darkness, in troubled times, let holiness be your aim. Seek wisdom, let faithfulness burn like a flame.
God speed you, God lead you, and keep you wrapped around His heart. May you be known, my love.
Be righteous, speak truthfully in a world of greed and lies. Show kindness, see everyone through heaven's eyes.
God hold you, enfold you, and keep you wrapped around His heart. May you be known, my Lord.
Well done, Sue, love. Lovely to hear you. Send loads of hearts for Sue's voice. It's lovely to hear again. And we send you off tonight with a blessing.
The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make His face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and give you His peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make His face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and give you His peace, and give you His The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord turn His face toward you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and be gracious to you. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord turn His face toward you. The Lord bless you and keep you, and be gracious to you, and be gracious to you. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make His face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep
Thank you so much. See you next week for show number 101 with the special guest, Chris Wynn. Thank you so much
Thank
for joining
you
us.
for joining us, everyone. Love you all. Thank you.
God bless. Good night.
Thank you. Bye.